Hey everybody, welcome back. And today I have a different place that I'm sitting. And as you can see out the window, we're having a snowstorm. We have a winter storm, as I'm sure many of you are having, because this is over a large area of the United States. So here in Middle Tennessee, we never get ice and snow like this. So this is supposed to be like an historic winter storm, but we haven't gotten very much yet. It started snowing maybe about, I guess about 8:30 or so today. And I was hoping to, when I woke up, I was hoping to see snow on the ground. That wasn't the case, but it started coming down eventually. So as you can see, it's beautiful. It's coming down. It's very cold. It's about 15 degrees, and it doesn't usually get down this cold. I think tomorrow, or I think Sunday night or Monday night, we're going to have temps, I think, around 7 degrees. And that is really cold here in Tennessee, so in this part. So anyway, I am home today and I did some meal prepping. Earlier this week, I made my dog's food because she has hot spots and itchy skin. So it's easier and cheaper for me to make homemade dog food, and I make it according to a veterinarian approved dog food recipe. So she loves it. And anyway, so I did that. I had several batches, probably 7 days worth, so that we're good if the power does go out. And then I have a backup bag of kibble, which causes her to have itchy skin, but I have that as a backup, just in case, worst case scenario. So what have I done to prepare for this winter storm? They were talking about maybe power outages because we are in the Middle Tennessee area. So there's a delineating line where the freezing rain comes in and where we have ice coated around power lines, trees, everything. And a lot of trees can come down, power lines can go out or come down, no power. So yesterday, as far as preparing, earlier in the week, let me start there. Earlier in the week, I was looking for a generator. I was thinking about a generator, and I looked a few places on Wednesday. I probably looked at 3 or 4 places in town, and nothing. They were all sold out. So everybody was out and about getting everything ready for the storm. So I went to our local gas department, and they had a wall-mounted natural gas heater, and I have natural gas here. So there is a line run where I could connect it to that. So my plumber, who also is licensed to connect gas appliances, he came out yesterday, bless his heart, and I love them dearly. He took care of getting it installed. So I have a source of emergency heat. If my power goes out, I won't have heat, natural HVAC heat. So I had to get this because temperatures are getting down into the single digits, and I didn't want to freeze. So there are several friends of mine who have mentioned something about they don't have an extra source of heat. So they know if the power comes out or goes out, then they can come over here. So pardon my laryngitis, I still have it. This is a lifelong thing that I've dealt with ever since I've lived in Tennessee. I've been here since the early 80s, so I have lived with this on and off for many, many years. And I hate it. It's frustrating. My voice cracks. It's like I sound like I'm going through puberty, but I'm not. And anyway, so my voice will probably crack many times while I'm speaking. So a few other things that I did today, or did this week as well as this morning. I ran my tub full of water so that I can do a forced flush whenever I have to flush the potty, because I may have an issue with not having that working very well. I also have a couple of 5-gallon buckets already filled up with water. And one of the neat things that I thought about, I have a fondue set. So it has this, it's called Sterno, and it's a cooking fuel to use with the fondue set. So I thought, well, how will I have coffee in the mornings if the power goes out? I do already have meals pre-made and frozen in single serve containers. So as far as heating something up, I did a test run this morning with my fondue set, and I put some of I had 2 cans. I had a full can of the Sterno cooking fuel. That is a hard thing to say. Sterno cooking fuel. I had a full can unopened, and then I had a partial can where the lid was already popped up. So I think some of the alcohol evaporated. It actually was not the gel that it's supposed to be. It was a liquid. I tried lighting it. It didn't stay lit. So I opened the other container, the full container. So none of that had evaporated. I mean, I've had that for years in my kitchen cabinet, years and years. I've been in this house probably since 2013. And I've had this fuel for the fondue set since way before that. So that tells you how long it's been in my cabinet. But anyway, I took the unopened can, opened it, put some in the little burner container, and I lit it, and eventually it lit. I just put a little in. I didn't want to waste it because it burns until it's out. And if it's not out, if it burns several hours, you can't put it out. You just have to let it burn out. So I imagine I could probably set it outside and it would go out eventually. But I put like a stainless steel saucepan with a little bit of water in it, like a coffee cup amount of water. And within 5 or 10 minutes, it was nice and hot. So that was my plan for heating up coffee. I went ahead yesterday, and I have a Keurig. So I made several cups, probably 6 or 7 cups to last me through the week if the power goes out. So I can pour that in my saucepan, heat it up, and there's my coffee for the day. I only drink 1 cup in the morning generally. So I've got plenty of pre-cooked individual single-size servings of the different meals that I've made in my freezer. And I've got some in the refrigerator as well that I don't have to thaw. So what I did was I made a skillet lasagna last week. So in a skillet where I made everything, the entire lasagna dish was in a skillet. I browned the onions and then the ground beef, added some different kind of seasonings and spices that would go good with lasagna. I poured, once the hamburger was browned or the ground beef was browned, I poured about 1/3 of a cup of spaghetti sauce over the top, or pasta sauce. And then I took the ricotta cheese that I had mixed with all those seasonings, spices, and I dolloped it on top. Well, before I did that, I poured the rest of the sauce on after I got the other mixed up. And then I took lasagna noodles and I broke them into pieces. They do break into tiny pieces as well, and strips of the pasta. So I went ahead and I tucked that down in the sauce so that the lasagna noodles could be covered. Once it was all covered, I cooked it about 20 minutes on low, just a very low simmer, and low and slow till the noodles got nice and tender. Then I removed the lid. I dolloped the ricotta cheese with the spices in it on top. I'm picturing it here in a skillet while I'm sitting here, and it's not. It's just in my mind. But after I put the ricotta cheese on top in little blobs all over, I took some shredded Parmesan cheese and shredded mozzarella, and I just sprinkled it all over the top, put the lid on, cooked it on low again for about maybe 20 minutes, and let it cool just a little bit. And you scoop it up, and it is delicious. This is the second time I've made it. So the first time I made it, it was to die for. It was just wonderful. So I have that in individual containers in the freezer. And I also have an egg casserole that I made. So I've got that in individual squares. I have frozen each of the squares. So that's in a big Ziploc bag so I can take out whatever I want. I made a pot of chili a few nights ago, and those are in single serve containers as well. that was really good too. That's really good on a very cold day. So I've got plenty of food. I've got lunch meat, I've got bread. I'm not going to starve by any means, nor is my dog or my cats. So we're good to go. And the few other things I did, because I have the new natural gas heater already installed, if the power goes out, I will sleep in the area, the living room area, close off the bedrooms and the bathrooms, and I have an air mattress that I've already blown up because I have to use electricity to get it pumped up. And if I have no power, I can't blow it up. So I went ahead and did that, and I have that sitting aside in case power goes out and I need it. So I also bought a big roll of a very thick ply plastic. I would prefer clear, but this is black. That's all they had at the place that I was at. So that is to, if we have no power, if it goes out and it's going to be very, very cold, I can use that to kind of close off. I've got 2 living rooms. I have a den and a living room. So I can kind of put the plastic up, tack it up on the walls, and block off those areas just to conserve heat. So I have charged all of my electronic devices, my laptop. I know I won't be able to use the laptop. I can use my iPhone and I'll charge it once I upload this video. So I have a charger block that I keep charged. Then I can plug my phone into that if I lose power and can't charge my phone in an outlet. So I can use my charging block. And so I've got everything ready. And to keep from being bored if we have no power and I can't go anywhere, I did the old lady thing and I bought a book of crossword puzzles, giant print, because these eyes need easy reading. And so that will kind of occupy me. And because of vision therapy that started back in the fall, they had me working Sudoku puzzles because it helps my brain after the brain injury and my vision because my eyes don't track right. So it's helping my eyes to track when I'm looking for numbers. So I bought a book of Sudoku puzzles, even though I can access them on my iPad. If I have no power, I think I can still access them, games and things, without power, but it still runs my iPad down. So either way, I've got little activities that can kind of keep me busy for a little bit and help my brain stay healthy, help my eyes get the therapy that they need, and just something to do to pass the time if I need it. So I know y'all are out there probably going through the same things that we're going through here. So please drop a comment below and let me know where you live, like what state, what city, and how is the weather where you're at. Are you having the snowstorm as well? Because it is across much of the United States, central to the eastern portion. So if you guys are getting snow or ice, please let me know. And if you're in another country, because I do have some people from other countries that watch my videos, and let me know how the weather is there. Have you ever gone through anything like this, weather-wise? What'd you think? Were you able to survive? And I'd love to hear any kind of tips on surviving winter weather if you're locked in or snowed in or iced in and you have to stay home. You can't do anything. So drop a comment below. And I hope you guys stay safe out in this. And I hope you guys don't have to travel because I just think we need to be off the roads when it's like this. Fortunately, I am available. I am able to be home today, all of Monday, all of Tuesday. Tomorrow, I'm scheduled to go see some friends and just kind of hang out over there for a couple hours because the wife has dementia. So I help out with this couple. I've known them for many, many years. And I will be able to get out because my daughter has a Jeep that she has rented for helping medical personnel get to their jobs. And so I've got that set up in case I can't get out. I've got an all-wheel drive, so I should be fine, but it depends on later today what kind of ice situation we get, because we're supposed to get more ice than snow starting later today and especially into tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. And I hope you guys have plenty of warmth and just be safe. And then I'll talk to you soon.